معلم.
Is it recording now? Oh yeah, it is recording now.
Okay.
Good.
Fine. Okay. I think so anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going back. So اصطفى. طب تفضل.
Sorry. كل would be like في كل مكان.
في كل مكان.
Yeah.
أحسنت. In every place. On all places.
اشتريت كل الطعام. كل طعام.
نعم كل الطعام. نعم. So عندي اصطفى ارتضى.
Starting a sentence كلكم.
كلكم يا كل. It would be a noun.
كلكم راع.
نعم في الحديث كلكم راع.
Okay.
So الآن اصطفى ارتضى هذا فعل. So اصطفى يصطفي ارتضى يرتضي. So مصطفي is the one who chooses. So the one who is chosen طبعا نحن قلنا اسمه المفعول به فتحة قبل الآخر. So instead of it would be مصطفى. So هذا معنى الاسم. مصطفى معناها the chosen. اسم مفعول. مثل درب. ما معنى درب؟
To train.
To train. يدرب. So a coach is
مدرب.
And someone who is trained, a trainee is مدرب. وما معنى حصان؟
Horse.
You know these horses that take part in shows and things like this, the trained one? I say هذا حصان مدرب.
Oh.
حصان مدرب.
A trained horse.
Yeah. أو مثلا كلب.
Can it be a racing horse as well?
Yeah, anything.
Yes, anything that is trained, that is like, so if يعني مثلا the dogs for those who are blind, that's كلب مدرب. It's a trained dog.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. لذلك في القرآن Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talking about the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, what the non-believers say about him. He says قالوا معلم مجنون. معلم. They said he's someone who was taught by someone. معلم.
Yeah.
Nah. So معلم. So we say معلم. The word معلم, even though it's not like popular, but it can mean a student. It can mean someone who is taught. Because علم يعلم. So الفاعل, the one who teaches, is معلم. A student or someone who is taught is معلم. معلم. أحسن.
معلم is teacher, معلم is student. So none of the prophets' names are in the فعيل وزن.
لا no يعني مثلا لأن الأنبياء أسماء الأنبياء ليست عربية.
نعم صح.
أسماء كثير منها ليست عربية. يعني مثلا عندنا you will know if you look at الاسم. إذا نظرت إلى الاسم ستعرف إذا كان عربي أم لا. يعني مثلا الرسول صالح.
نعم.
صالح كلمة عربية. جميل. فصالح من صلح. So صالح على وزن فاعل. على وزن فاعل. يعني احنا فقط عندنا سيدنا صالح وسيدنا شعيب وسيدنا هود والنبي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم.
Yeah, so on foreign words like the names of prophets, there's no tanween or kasra.
نعم، يعني مثلا انظر إلى مثلا
إبراهيم
نوح وإبراهيم وإسحاق ويعقوب ويحيى وزكريا وكل هذه كل هذه أسماء ليست عربية.
نعم.
كل هذه أسماء ليست عربية. لذلك يعني since you mentioned that، يعني سأقول لكم شيء جميل جدا. طبعا في اللغة العربية نحن عندنا الممنوع من الصرف.
This is not allowed in sarf.
الممنوع من الصرف، يعني مثلا في اللغة الإنجليزية، يعني if you read a book on like Arabic grammar in English، يعني هذا الكتاب لا يستطيع أن يترجم كلمة الممنوع من الصرف. ترجمة، ما معنى ترجمة؟ Translation. لماذا؟ من يقول لي ما معنى ممنوع من الصرف؟
Sorry, I don't get the question.
What is not allowed in sarf?
ما معنى ممنوع من الصرف؟ يعني مثلا نحن نقول مثلا اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم. You remember we studied this.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
We said إبراهيم هذا اسم أعجمي.
نعم.
اسم أعجمي. So ما معنى ممنوع؟ So we put it under the rule الممنوع من الصرف. What is prohibited from a change. صحيح؟
Oh, right.
You know why they called the rule الممنوع من الصرف?
So that you can identify words which are non-native.
Yeah, so الممنوع، أحسنت، الممنوع من الصرف. لأن طب ما معنى كلمة صرف في اللغة العربية؟
الصرف.
It's syntax.
ما الجذر؟ صرف.
صرف. Yeah.
صرف.
كلمة صرف كلمة صرف معناها يعني دانيال كتب non-declinable. طيب ما معنى هذا يا دانيال؟ يعني مثلا if I'm teaching someone I say non-declinable، يعني هذا ما معنى؟ الترجمة صعبة. لماذا؟ لأن في اللغة العربية الجذر صرف معناها to literally to change. كلمة صرف معناها to change. And it was always used about spending money, because in the past buying or selling was an exchange, and still till now.
صرافة.
Yeah, صرافة. أحسنت. صرافة معناها like an exchange bureau, like any shop that you go like to transfer money or something is called صرافة. نعم. So and a bank في اللغة if صرف معناها to exchange. So a bank would be what?
المصرف.
مصرف. أحسنت.
Hey.
مصرف.
Good.
مصرف. We put a meme, so مصرف is a bank. مصرف. So كلمة مصرف. So I have the meme and الجذر صرف. I mean, do you all see the whiteboard?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So مصرف.
So الممنوع من الصرف means not allowed to change.
Can you do that? Yeah.
So literally, historically, what happens is that ممنوع من الصرف عند العرب would refer to fake currencies.
All right.
Because you cannot exchange it. It's fake. Yeah, it's not. لماذا؟ لأن العرب they used الدينار والدرهم. الدينار it was made of gold and الدرهم was made of silver.
That's true.
So to have a value, when the West at that time, they had their own, like let's say like checks, like sukuk, where people use it, doesn't have a value on its own. It is just because the name of the king is on it, so it carries a value. So for example, someone goes to the king and asks for money. The king will just write on a piece of paper 50 pounds, yeah, and then so he will be able to go to a place and get the value of this, just because it is the same concept of the currencies that we have right now. It's just a piece of paper. It carries a value because it's endorsed by the government, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's why the value can go up and down. It doesn't hold the value. So, but Al-Arab, the system that they have is that the currency is a value in its own. So dinar is a value because the actual currency is made of gold. So that's its value, its weight in gold. It was like around 4.5 grams for a dinar. And then a dirham min al-fidda was from silver.
Yeah.
All right. So anything that is not from fidda or dhahab, it will be mamnu' min as-sarf. You cannot exchange it. You cannot buy anything with it because it doesn't hold a value. So they called it like this. All right. So if it was the original that is made of fadda or dhahab, if you throw it, yeah, if you throw it, then they make a sound on the floor, like when you know when you throw like a coin and it makes like, you know, it makes this, like, you know, sound. So when it makes this sound, it means it's original, it's not fake. Okay? If it doesn't, for them it was fake and it cannot be exchanged. Good. That's why the words that are mamnu' min as-sarf cannot take tanween, because it cannot make the sound. It's fake.
All right.
Do you get the concept historically?
Yeah.
Hang on, let me write that down. It's interesting that.
The whole story.
Yes.
No.
Because you may ask the question, why the Arabs chose the sign for something that is mamnu' min as-sarf is that it will not take tanween. It will. So in other words, they are saying it doesn't make the authentic sound of something that is exchangeable.
Well, the sound of tanween is.
Yes, that's the sound of tanween.
Thank you for that, Ali.
Yeah, that's the
thinking,
whole.
is tanween also kind of linked to that?
Yeah, so this is the whole idea. So they named the words after the currencies that cannot be spent, mamnu' min as-sarf. So as the currency will not make the sound, then so would the word. Because if you remember in Arabic, I said to you before, what holds the language together is that it's based on history. So no one can come afterwards and it change the sign for al-mamnu' min as-sarf because it got a history behind it.
Right. You mentioned there were a few things mamnu' min as-sarf.
That mamnu' min as-sarf. Yes. So
Ajami
other than
terms, for example, are mamnu' min as-sarf.
Yeah. So other than al-a'jami, the foreign words, so there are other things that are mamnu' min as-sarf, and inshallah when we have a lesson on al-mamnu' min as-sarf, we are going to have all the types of al-mamnu' min as-sarf, and we are going to understand why. جميل. الآن نعود إلى درس الاستثناء.
What does na'ud mean?
نعود. return. عاد يعود.
Oh, عاد.
Yeah, so نعود is to return.
Dr. Ayman, are we going to finish Surah Doha later?
إن شاء الله.
Okay.
نعم. نعود إلى الاستثناء. سؤال الاستثناء ما هي أول شيء في أي درس ندرسه نعرف المعنى. ما معنى المعنى؟
Meaning.
So
معنى meaning or with you.
لا هذه معنا. So we have what we call أدوات الاستثناء. أدوات.
What does
he's figuring it out.
What does istithna literally mean?
Making exception. أدوات الاستثناء.
Adawat. Well, adawat is definitely plural.
أحسنت. أدوات جمع. أدوات معناها tools.
The tools of exception.
Yeah, tools of exception.
The adawat could also be used for regular tools like screwdriver and things like that.
أحسنت. Yes, the same
But
thing.
those are also ala.
Yeah, آلة معناها machine.
Oh, okay, ala is a machine.
Yeah, but أدوات, and you can like أدوات المدرسة, like stationery, because these are the tools for school. أدوات المدرسة.
Hold on. It's so it's adawat. There's a dhamma on the ta.
أدوات أي نعم الاستثناء. طبعا الاستثناء له أدوات كثيرة، ليس فقط إلا، يعني إلا واحدة من أدوات الاستثناء. So إلا is only one. Okay.
I didn't get that.
So إلا is just one of the tools.
All right. Okay.
All right, because so I'm going to write another 3 tools, but inshallah we'll study them like another time, which are خلا وعدا وحاشا. خلا وعدا وحاشا.
Khala.
خلا.
Is it qala or khala?
خلا.
All right. Okay. Sorry.
What was the whiteboard?
Hasha.
Whiteboard.
This is not the same hasha as qulna hasha lillahi ma hadha bashara. No.
Exactly, it is the same.
Khala is not space, is it?
Hmm?
Khala, to be space, there's a hamza on the end. The khala.
As in space travel.
No. الخلاء, that's something. وعندي غير وسوى. So غير وسوى.
Siva means except.
Except, نعم.
So غير سوى, so not except.
Two different
نعم
words.
Are these two different words, yeah?
نعم غير وسوى, they're two different words.
So خلا, عدا, حاشا, غير, سوى. All examples of استثناء, أدوات.
أدوات الاستثناء. نعم.
Okay. So could we say na, for example, could that be used as a tool?
What's that?
Which one?
Noon alif or noon fatha?
لا.
So na'uzu, for example, something.
What are tools of exception anyway? One second. Let's enter the picture.
So maybe use this one. इसके सिवा क्या है?
इसके सिवा
غير हाजिर. غيर हाजिर.
Yeah, but उर्दू का लफ्ज़ सिवा, इसके सिवा क्या होगा?
जी जी बिल्कुल वही है. And then غير, you know.
غير
हाँ, जैसे हम दोनों दोस्त हैं, गैर नहीं है.
जी हाँ बिल्कुल.
So, من يعطيني مثال على الاستثناء؟ يعني واحد يقول لي جملة فيها استثناء.
كل جملة.
You say, give me a jumla, sorry, give me a sentence with these words.
نعم يعني جملة فيها استثناء.
Okay. Okay, hold on.
In English, right?
No, in Arabic.
In Arabic. In Arabic.
I'll start with the illa, all right. La ilaha illallah.
جميل.
Your turn.
No.
إلا خلا غير.
خلاص.
خلا का मतलब
أنا غير حاضر.
أنا أريد يعني مثلا أنا سأعطيكم مثال سهل. أقول مثلا كيف أقول to attend؟
حضر.
جميل. حضر. so مثلا أكتب هذا المثال. أقول حضر الطلاب. حضر الطلاب إلا طالبا.
طالبان.
لا طالب واحد.
حضر الطلاب.
إلا طالبا.
Except student, one student.
نعم.
His name wasn't Ali Junaid, was it?
No.
Okay, I got it now. حضر
الطلاب.
حضر الطلاب إلا طالبا.
Okay.
Students attended except.
حضر الطلاب إلا طالبا. so هذا اسمه يعني مثلا في الإعراب ما إعراب حضر؟
ما إعراب.
ما إعراب يعني what is the analysis إعراب يعني
ماضي مبني.
فعل ماضي.
جميل. so حضر فعل ماضي مبني. مبني على ماذا؟ حاضر را مبني على الفتحة. جميل. الطلاب
الجمع طالب.
فاعل.
جميل. لكن ما الإعراب؟
الطلاب
فاعل.
فاعل. أحسنت. فاعل مرفوع.
الطلاب.
نعم الطلاب.
Yes, of course, yes. Alif Lam makes it definite.
نعم.
So it has to be طلاب. Yes.
So حضر الطلاب. And then إلا we call it أداة استثناء.
أداة الاستثناء.
أداة استثناء.
Tools of exception.
Yeah, well, so all the students get except
No.
him, so it sort of negates it, so to speak. Except him didn't attend.
جميل. So
Yeah,
and then طالبا. ما إعراب طالبا؟
اسم.
This is
what do you
اسم منسوب. اسم.
what do you call this? We call this المستثنى. This is the exception. So we call it مستثنى. So we call it مستثنى. مستثنى. مستثنى.
Okay.
الفعل استثنى. If we remove the ميم استثنى just put an ألف. استثنى. المضارع يستثني. So the one who makes an exception is مستثني, and the one who is an exception is مستثنى.
Oh, that's helpful. Mustasni. Mustasni. This is the one who makes exceptions.
نعم.
The one who makes.
yeah, Ustaz.
نعم.
You said, I mean, this seems to me like, you know, the alif, sin, and the ta ist, that's to seek.
Yes, it's to
And-
seek. Yeah.
Thana'a, exception, to be
نعم.
different.
نعم لأن ثنى the ثلاثة أحرف ثاء نون and ألف مكسورة is to fold something.
To?
Forge.
To fold. Fold.
Oh,
Or
fold.
fold something, okay.
Fold, yeah.
ثناء.
Is it thana'a with the alif or the hamza?
ثنى with ألف مكسورة, like the word مستثنى that you see at the end, the ألف مكسورة. ثنى.
Thana'a.
No, ثناء.
ثنى. So we call this مستثنى.
Yeah.
Is mustathna always mansub?
أحسنتي. That's what that's why I added مستثنى to the list. So we studied المفاعيل, the things that are all مفعول, مفعول به, مفعول معه, مفعول, and we studied الحال, and الآن this is الاستثناء. So المستثنى منصوب. That's another thing.
You're still in the mansub category. So all these the mustasna will be always mansub.
Mansub. Some cases it won't be mansub, and I will tell you why, because there will be no istithna, and we are going to study this. But al-mustasna mansub. So now I أريد منكم أن تقولوا لي كيف نقول I have read the book except 2 pages. So كل واحد يكتبها. Write it down. I have read the book except 2 pages.
What's to read?
قرأته.
Oh yeah. Sorry. So أقرأ.
قرأته. I have read. I read.
Oh, read.
قرأته. قرأت الكتاب.
Right, just give me a second. I'll bring the charger. I forgot to connect here. Okay.
Okay.
Kitabi would then become my book, right?
नहीं क़राअतुल किताब मैं किताब
Kitab.
पढ़ी.
So
Yes,
kitab with a qasra.
I think so. क़राअतुल किताब वो है.
Yeah, it should
हाँ
be.
वो होगा. Yes.
Yes,
Who?
yes. Marfu.
Because it's
Yes.
just an ordinary ism, isn't it?
Yeah.
क़राअतुल किताब إلا
What do you
क्या
say?
से कहा था?
Except that book.
What's the page?
صفح.
Safa.
Safahain.
Yeah, صفحين.
Yeah, 2 pages.
Mm.
So what was the original English? I've read that.
I read the book except 2 pages.
Except 2 pages. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be a good. So that's the file. No, that's the movie.
قرأت الكتاب
Safhan.
صفحين.
Because dual hai na, if it's 2
Yeah, صفحين I think.
Safahain. Ani and Uni.
इसका का मतलब क्या है? To be the exception हो.
Yes.
Thank you, Daniel.
Well done, Daniel. Yes, you and me is on the right path, man. Right. I'm gonna grab some whiskey. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Cheers, everybody. Okay. This just keeps us warm on these cold days, isn't it? Allahu Akbar. Right. ये उस्ताद absent हो गया. حضرت طلابو إلا أستاذا. By the way, thank you very much for the notes यार. वो photocopy के बहुत अच्छे थे. मैं सारे उनके notes बना लिए. एक दो सवाल करने थे, कभी पूछूंगा फिर.
Inshallah.
I made those notes very good, they were, honestly. Learned quite a lot from there. मैं कहा उस्ताद चार्जर के बहाने हुए असर की नमाज पढ़ने चल गया. और अली भाई बाल बच्चे ठीक हैं सारे?
Oh yes, everybody's good.
Good,
Just
good.
ये हमारे बेटे Irtaza, he's not feeling that well.
क्यों क्या हुआ?
Symptoms चल रहे हैं 2-3 हफ्ते हो गए. But it's
अच्छा.
not too bad. He doesn't have a fever, but he has a cough.
Oh.
नहीं
So
2-3 हफ्ते हैं तो that's too long होए.
Yeah, he's on antibiotics at the moment.
हाँ वैसे ही होगा यार इंशाल्लाह ठीक है.
जी, inshallah.
ऐसी कोई बात नहीं. सारे आप लोग काम पर जा रहे हो?
We are working from home.
Oh, excellent यार माशाल्लाह.
I mean, everything's closed. Can't go out. And what about you, Hamza? Are you home as well?
Yeah, working from home. Yeah.
Yes. I'm working at home यार. गार्डन करो, ये करो, वो करो, ये साफ करो, सब कुछ काम करना पड़ता है.
अंकल किसी अपने दोस्त से जो है वो जरा NHS का कार्ड तो जरा एक निकलवाए ना. I mean, like we were standing in the queue at Asda, and these people with NHS cards just came in and
Yeah.
walked in, skipped the queue.
अच्छा तो फिर कहीं डाका मारना पड़ेगा फिर.
Well, कोई जानते नहीं है हमारे कोई देसी भाई हो जो जरा ये हमारे ये जो फेक कार्ड वगैरह बना दें.
वो बस यार उनका रेट बस है यार यही होगा फिर. तो आप ऐसे करो सुबह सुबह ये जाओ, यही हो सकता है कोई वक्त मुनासिब वक्त देखो ना.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a walk for groceries.
Yeah. वो
What is the
कार्ड
word for
जल्दी
fake?
करके.
Ustad just mentioned the word for fake.
What the fake?
For fake mamnu.
Mamnu
min
is
as-sarf.
not allowed. Mamnu min as-sarf. Does that mean fake?
Yeah, fake
currency.
coins. Fake
Fake
coins.
currency or fake coins? Okay.
It doesn't mean fake, but it means fake money or fake coins.
No, wait. Mamnu min as-sarf means not allowed to change.
Yeah, well, that's what it means. वो क्या
But it doesn't mean fake currency. Fake currency would be something else. So like masnu. No? Masnui.
Oh, let's see.
It's fake currency.
means fake currency money, but literally it means not allowed to change. But
Yeah.
sarf Johnson is sarf money hota hai na, so it's fake money because they wouldn't it wouldn't hum or something if you went told them to.
Well, the translator says fake means mazvara. Mim za wa ra tamaruda mazvara.
Mazbala.
यार ये बता इस्तिस्ना जो verb है इसका मतलब क्या literal verb इस्तिस्ना
Exception जो कि मुझे उन्होंने बताया था.
to seek exception है ना
Not to seek, he just said exception.
to be yeah but is it a verb इस्तिस्ना
Istisna, it would be, that's a good question actually. What would be the istisna itself?
नहीं इस्तिस्ना जैसे ने कहा मुस्तस्नी मुस्तास्ना ऐसे उसने कहा था ना कि so it comes from the verb.
Mustasni is the one who makes an exception.
Yeah, and
And
mustasna
mustasna is the one who is an exception.
exception. So
Mustasna.
istasna must be a verb, nahi?
It is a verb. It is sulasi mazid.
To mean fold.
To fold something. So it means.
So when we
to
say
fold
istaghfar, it
someone.
means I seek forgiveness. Istaghfar Allah.
Yeah. Yeah. So istasna yani to seek to fold. I mean.
You just type it there.
And the translator it says istisna means exclude.
So to exclude, in other words. Yeah,
Ji.
you got it.
Ji. Istisna is to exclude, or he excluded.
अच्छा चलो
पिछले हफ्ते फिर आप नहीं आए
नहीं मैं था घर में लेकिन मैं वो इसकी टेक्नोलॉजी में अब देख रहे हो कितना कोई पर्सनल टच नहीं ना ये देख रहे हो
लेकिन अभी तक तो ठीक चल रही है क्लास ऑब्वियसली इट्स नॉट द सेम
आई नो वो सामने बैठ के गपशप होती है आपको मैं कॉफी पीते देखता हूँ केक खाते देखता हूँ तो दिल मेरा भी पेट भर जाता है ऐसे
इट्स नॉट द सेम थिंग
आई नो
अंकल मैं फिर भी खा रही हूँ बादाम
हाय वो मुझे याद है ना अली वो जो बात तुझ में है तेरी तस्वीर में नहीं
मुझ में तो बड़ी खराफात हैं वो तस्वीर तो खैर
ना फिर भी यार आपके अंदर बड़ा एक हीरो हो आप छुपे हुए
फेक हीरा है सर
ये उस्ताद इंग्लैंड में है या मिस्र में है
इंग्लैंड
अच्छा ये तो कह रहा है जामे अजहर की मस्जिद में यहाँ बैठा हूँ सेहन में आइंदा अगले हफ्ते बादशाही मस्जिद तुम लगाना
अस्सलाम वालेकुम
Oh, walaikum salam. MashaAllah.
Okay.
We thought you were indisposed.
قرأت الكتاب إلا صفحتين.
Yes.
لماذا صفحتين؟
2 pages.
نعم أنا لماذا لم نقل صفحتان؟
2 pages still.
نعم لا المثنى ألف
Pain or
ونون.
tan is just for masculine or feminine. Oh
لا.
no, it is because of the case whether you're going
أحسن.
for fatha or kasra.
لأن ألف ونون هذا للمرفوع. If it's supposed to have a ضمة, it takes ألف النون. يعني you remember we said that فتحة ضمة كسرة. That's if the word doesn't have something at the end. If it's original, like when I say كتاب, so I say كتاب, كتابا, كتاب. But if the word is كتابان, I cannot change what's on the noon because ألف والنون هذا مبني. Alright? You remember when I said مسلمون ومسلمين. جميل?
No.
So
Yeah.
المثنى is the same like الجمع. It got extra letters at the end. So I'm not going to say, do I say كتابان or صفحتان? It will be always like كتابان. or qalamani. So it will be always the same. Alif and Noon that has a kasra. So this kasra is not a sign. So when I say to you, ma muthanna qalam, you say qalamani. Ma muthanna bab. What is the dual of bab? Babani. So can this babani be babanu or babana? No.
No.
Because the alif and noon with a kasra, هذا مبني. So how would I know if it's مرفوع or منصوب? Right now you say قرأت الكتاب إلا صفحتين. So I'm going to ask you, where is the علامة? Where is the sign that the word صفحتين is منصوب? كلمة صفحتين, it doesn't have a فتحة on the noon, does it? Okay,
no,
so you are
yeah.
kasra. So I'm going to say, okay, why does it have a kasra? Is it majroor?
No, it's not majroor.
It's not majroor. It is just because it's mabni. So how would I know it's a mansub? Because it's not صفحتان, it's صفحتين.
Is this samai then, or is there?
No, not سماعي. That's a قاعدة. المثنى. So learn this قاعدة. المثنى منصوب أو مجرور ياء ونون. So المثنى, if it should have a فتحة or it should have a kasra, it takes ياء ونون.
Musanna is just a dual, right?
لا المثنى is the dual. نعم.
No. So dual form.
Yeah, dual form. If it's supposed to be mansub or majroor, it takes a ya and noon. If it's a marfu', it's the alif and noon. That's why we have two signs for muthanna, alif wa noon or ya wa noon. I can say kitaban or kitabayn, qalaman or qalamayn.
Will be ya plus noon when it is mansub or majroor.
Majroor. Nah. Someone will say, so how would I know if it's a mansub or majroor? Because if it's a majroor, it would have a harf jar. It would be so clear. So if we don't have a harf jar that would tell me it's a majroor, then it will be mansub. And that's why you look when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Quran says, أَلَمْ نَجْعَلْ لَهُ
عينين.
عينين. Why not عينان? Why it's عينين? But in Surah Ar-Rahman, it says, فيهما عينان نضاختان. Alif wa nun. So why sometimes I see the word عينان in Quran, عينان, and sometimes عينين? Because that's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it to مفعول به here. جعل الله, Allah made two eyes. عينين. And then look afterwards, ولسانا وشفتين.
When it is marfu.
Yeah. So when it's يعني في حالة.
If it's marfu, it's kitabain.
Marfu will be kitaban.
Acha, acha.
كتابان. مرفوع
Dusra?
Kitabain.
Kitabain when it's mansub or majroor.
منصوب ومجرور بكتابين.
पहला क्या था मैं भूल गया. Kitaban?
Kitaban when it is marfu, and kitabain when it is mansub or majroor.
مجرور. So
Jazakallah.
when I asked you to translate the sentence, the whole idea was to get why you say صفحتين and not صفحتان, because it is مستثنى والمستثنى منصوب. So it cannot be alif wa noon. It has to be a ya and noon. The same thing, just to remind you, في الجمع. الجمع عندي مسلمون ومسلمين. ما الفرق؟
The farq is actually in the case. So mansub or majroor will make it muslimin.
مسلمين أحسنت.
And marfu will make it muslimun. So it's actually the haruf al-illa and which is actually projecting the
Yes. So the waw and noon for marfu', the ya and noon for mansub or majroor. لذلك in Quran you see al-muslimun or al-muslimin. You see al-mu'minun or al-mu'minin. Okay? So that tells you the grammatical case of the word. is it مرفوع or is it منصوب or مجرور?
And the Muslimin will be mansub or majroor, and Muslimun will be marfu'.
نعم هذا صحيح.
So are you saying, Ustad, that all adawatul istithna are marfu'?
No, I'm not saying أدوات الاستثناء are nothing, are like if you look at them, they do not change. إلا it's أداة, it's a tool, it's not a verb, it's not a noun.
No, but illa changes whatever noun comes after it into a marfu'. Into a mansub.
Mansub, yes. So the correct way to say it, you can say, are you saying that al-mustathna mansub? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Al-mustathna mansub.
Yeah.
So عندنا شيء آخر. So we have another thing. It's called الاستثناء المفرغ.
What?
المفرغ.
نعم. الاستثناء المفرغ. So let's learn this because it's a very nice rule. الاستثناء المفرغ. So it's a type of استثناء that we do not deal with it as استثناء. So
Ayman, can you please just write that? Just so I get the spelling
I'm just
right.
getting a new page on the board. Yeah. So we call it
المفرغ.
الاستثناء المفرغ. ما معنى الجزر؟ فارغ.
فارغ.
To be free, to have spare time while you're doing nothing.
فارغ معناها empty. فارغ معناها
Empty.
to be empty. We studied it in Surah Ash-Shams. فإذا فرغت.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
When you're free. And في اللغة العربية عندنا كلمة اسمها وقت الفراغ. Spare time, your free time.
لذلك هل الجملة قرأت الكتاب؟
So الاستثناء المفرغ. So فرغ معناها to be free or empty. So ما معنى فرغ؟
To make something empty?
To make someone.
Exactly. To empty someone or something. فرغ. Because فرغ, yourself, freeing yourself, becoming free, like having free time. فرغ معناها to empty something. فرغ. So فرغ وفرغ بالشد. So لذلك هذا اسمه الاستثناء المفرغ. The emptied. So it's like someone emptied it. So there is no istithna. We're going to see an example now to understand what I'm saying by الاستثناء المفرغ.
Means the emptied exception.
The emptied exception, exactly. So I'm going to write ثلاثة أمثلة.
3 examples.
دانيال يسأل هل الجملة قرأت الكتاب إلا صفحتان صح؟ لا طبعا هذه خطأ يا دانيال، لأن هنا أنا قلت أن صفحتان مرفوع. It has to be قرأت الكتاب إلا صفحتين.
Is it قرأت الكتاب or كتابة?
You tell me.
كتابة.
I will say
الكتابة.
كتاب.
لماذا الكتابة؟
مفعول به.
مفعول به لأن أنا قرأت. عفوا. سأكتب 3 جمل and إن شاء الله when I explain them للاستثناء like you know استثناء مفرغ will be nothing for you إن شاء الله. Look at this. So بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. So أقول ما جاء إلا محمد. أقول ما رأيت إلا
C2C.
علي ما مررت إلا بحامد.
Are these 3 different sentences, right?
Yes.
3 different. Yeah, right. These are the topic الاستثناء المفرغ. So it's a type of استثناء. We know الاستثناء.
Ustad, sorry, one question while they're writing. You know, said thana is to fold something.
نعم.
This is not the same as thana'a.
Which is to manufacture.
لا.
No, that's with a sword.
That's with
This
a
is
صاد
with-
and عين.
This is
صانع.
yeah. This is tha, as in, you know, you like when you read salah, you know, subhanak Allahumma, isn't that thana?
ثناء. Yeah, it's close to it, but that's ثناء is from a different root word.
So istathna, the verb that means to seek exception, to exclude.
نعم.
Okay. So I don't understand the spelling of thana and thana as in salah. You know, subhanaka Allahumma bihamdika.
The other one is ثناء.
And this is
the verb for it is not ثنا, is أثنى. أثنى معناها to praise. يقول أثنى عليه.
عبدي.
as أحسنت. So الفعل أثنى مثل أكرم. So أفعل. So the verb to praise is أثنى, not ثنى. So it's with an alif at the beginning. أثنى. Alright. So الطالب الذي يدرس الاستثناء, someone who studies الاستثناء, looks at these sentences. Straight away we know المستثنى منصوب. I mean, when we studied المفعول به, have we ever, when I said المفعول به منصوب, have we ever come across المفعول به that is not منصوب?
No, they're all mansub. That's the default.
That's the default, exactly. So when someone studies الاستثناء, you will come across things like this. So ما جاء إلا محمد, ما رأيت إلا علي, ما مررت إلا بحامد. So even if you don't understand what this is trying to say, you see the word إلا, you are going to say Muhammad, that's a mansub, and Ali, that's a mansub, and Hamid, that's a mansub, because all of them, they have إلا. صحيح?
That's correct, yeah.
All right. Why this is called الاستثناء المفرغ? Because there is no استثناء. Look at the example that I gave you before. I said جاء الطلاب. Translate it. جاء الطلاب. Or what was the
Students came.
Okay, let me. Yes, I said حضر الطلاب إلا طالبا. So the students
were present.
attended except a student, except one.
Yeah.
Right? So which means there are some people who attended. I know who. I mentioned who attended and I made an exception. Look at the examples that I gave you. هذه الأمثلة. I said ما جاء إلا محمد. I didn't mention who came
and Muhammad is an exception from whom? Right?
Yeah.
So we have, let's learn this rule because it is important. It's a very precious rule in Arabic. We have a rule called, I'm going to write it for you and always remember it. It says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. نفي النفي إثبات. نفي النفي إثبات. ما معنى نفي؟
Nafi means to negate.
To negate. أحسنت. So نفي النفي, negating the negation. So it is the same. ما معنى إثبات؟ إثبات معناها confirmation, or so أثبت يثبت is to prove or to confirm something. So when I negate something that is negated, I am proving it. I'm saying it's positive. It's not negative anymore. It's like it's math. Negative is positive. That would be a perfect translation, because nafi is negating, so negative, and nafi is negative, so negative is positive.
إثبات.
نفي إثبات. When I was doing English linguistics, we came across something called like common linguistic errors made by native speakers. So it was part of like a course called use and usage, which is what the difference between what native speakers say, and it's considered correct because they are the native speakers, and what the actual language says. All right? So in English, when someone says, didn't you go there? Some people says yes, meaning yes, I went.
Mm-hmm.
But linguistically, yes means yes, I didn't, because the question was, didn't you go? So you said yes. When you say yes, it means yes, I didn't. If you want to say I didn't go, I did go, you are supposed to say no.
No.
Because the question was negated. Because what would be the difference in English between when someone says, did you go there? You say yes. And someone says, didn't you go there? You say yes. So what is the difference? So linguistically, native speakers use it wrong. Because when someone says to me, didn't you go there? I'm supposed to reply by negation. So negation and negation becomes affirmation. That's linguistically. So someone says, didn't you go there? I'm supposed to say no. It means, yes, I went. But of course, there's a difference how people use it. But grammatically, linguistically, in English, it's incorrect to answer by saying yes. Because if you want to say, yes, I went, you have to say no. Because the question was, didn't you? All right? So that happens in English, but it cannot happen in Arabic. In Arabic, if you say, so in Arabic, if someone asks you a negative question, we have a different way to say. When someone says, ألم تذهب إلى المدرسة, and you want to say no, you want to say yes, I did go, and the question was ألم تذهب, didn't you go? How am I supposed to say no that means yes? I say بلى.
Indeed. Oh, right.
In translation, بلى means indeed. Yeah, they say
Yes.
like, you know, أليس الله. You say بلى actually doesn't mean indeed. بلى means no. Look at the word بلى. بلى is لا.
With no, yeah.
Yeah, so
no.
bala means no, but they say, in translation, they say, like indeed, because you are saying no to something that was no. أليس الله بأحكم الحاكمين? بلى. So someone, I ask you and I say, ألم تذهب إلى المدرسة? Didn't you go to school? You say bala. You say no. It means yes, I went. That's why they translate it indeed. In English, you don't have this. So نفي النفي إثبات. Let's think about الاستثناء. When I say إلا, إلا means no. In a way, except when I say ما جاء إلا محمد, I'm saying Muhammad didn't go. صح؟
صحيح.
ما معنى ما?
ما here is negation.
Is negation. And إلا is
Also negation.
استثناء.
yeah, استثناء, which is negation as well.
Yeah.
If both of them make a confirmation, it means if I take them out of the sentence, I would have a sentence that is إثبات. Look at this. I say ما and إلا. What remains? جاء محمد.
جاء محمد.
Someone
yeah.
said, but in the other example, let me switch. حضر الطلاب إلا طالبا. There was no ما. Right?
That right, no more.
So here, because I have got two negation, so there is no istithna. Is there an exception there? No. I'm actually, when I say to you, ما جاء إلا محمد, no one came except Muhammad, I'm basically saying Muhammad came.
Yeah.
So you see why this استثناء, هذا الاستثناء اسمه الاستثناء المفرغ.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because it's empty, there is no real istithna, because ma came and denied it. So here comes the question right now. السؤال. ما إعراب محمد؟
محمد.
حمد. حمد.
No, حمد هذا, like if I ask you about الجذر, but I'm saying ما الإعراب. So what do we call it? What do we put at the end of محمد? ماذا نضع؟ فتحة ضمة كسرة لماذا؟
محمد.
مرفوع. Yeah, I agree with Daniel.
محمد.
دانيال يقول محمد مرفوع. طب لماذا يا دانيال؟ لماذا مرفوع؟ دانيال is answering أحسنتي فاعل. نحن قلنا هذا استثناء مفرغ. So ما takes إلا. So what remains is جاء محمد. So if جاء محمد, جاء is فعل ماضي, and محمد is فاعل. أحسن. So if I go back and put here, so I'm going to say ما جاء إلا محمد. المثال الثاني. المثال الثاني. من يقول لي ماذا نضع على علي ولماذا؟
حروف العلة that will add some complication. Can't be
No,
Ali.
that's good. I like this mistake. Okay, so he said حروف العلة. Is the ya here حرف علة?
No, that's the name. Ali.
No, I know, but
لا.
for a حرف to be حرف علة, yeah, it has to have a suitable حركة before it, right?
Yes.
So the ya should have what before it?
فتحة.
لا, it should what? It should have what? No, it should have a كسرة. To be حرف علة.
Oh yes, because ya it takes a kasra. Yes, that's good.
A kasra before it. What's
Yes,
before
that's
the ya? The letter before ya, does it have a kasra?
No, it doesn't. It has a fatha.
No.
Ali does.
If you are talking about the lam has a kasra. Ali.
Ali.
But what you are not seeing there is the ya of the word Ali is not Ali. It's Ali. It got a shadda. Do you remember the rule that I taught you about when a letter got a shadda? What does this mean?
Nasab.
It got two yas.
Yeah.
One ya with sukun and another ya that would be with a dhammah aliyun or a fathah aliyan or a kasrah aliyin.
Also Ali with the shadda.
So yes, so it's Ali with a shadda. So when a ya has a shadda, it means that the second ya has what before it has a sukun, because always whenever I have a letter that has a shadda, it means I've got two letters and the first one got a sukun. So does this mean that the ya has a kasra before it? No, it has a sukun before it. That's why look at the shadda. When I say Ali, Ali. Look at Muhammad. The meme has a shadda. Muhammad. Muhammad. Any shadda is a sukun followed by a haraka. The haraka can be fatha or dhamma or kasra. So the ya in Ali here is not harfu illa. That's why it can take a fatha or a dhamma or a kasra. السؤال الآن. So ماذا نضع على علي؟
ماذا نضع؟
Now what do we put؟ ماذا نضع؟
علي.
علي.
لماذا؟
فاعل.
فاعل. أين الفعل؟
رأيت.
رأيت. ما معنى رأيت؟
رأى to see.
I saw.
رأى to see, and the ta at the end?
I saw.
رأيت. I saw. Oh, I saw everyone except Ali. So عليا.
أحسنت. علي مفعول به. Daniel corrected himself. Yeah. ليس فاعل. Daniel wrote it. He says علي مفعول به. When I say رأيت, the فاعل is the one who does the action. Who saw? Is it me or Ali?
I saw. I mean me.
I saw. رأيت. So الفعل is رأى. So رأيت. I saw. So الفاعل I. أنا. The تاء. If you need to give a good إعراب, remove ما and إلا. الجملة هي رأيت عليا. So الجملة is رأيت عليا. So here what would happen is تنوين فتحة and ألف. ما رأيت إلا عليا. This is one of the nice sentences that you can test someone who is learning استثناء. You know why? Because القاعدة تقول, and inshallah one day I will give you this example but a different wording so you do not recognize it. And I'm going to ask you this very question, and remember this. I'm going to say to you ما إعراب علي, and some of you are going to look at it and say it's a مستثنى منصوب. The confusion here comes from that the word Ali takes a fatha. Yes, it is mansub, but it's not mansub because it is mustathna. It's a mansub because it is maf'ul bihi, because al-istithna here is istithna mufarragh. If someone asks you, I say to you, why do you call it istithna mufarragh? You say, لأن قبل الاستثناء نفي. I'm going to write this in Arabic. I'd love you to be able to say this. لأن بسم الله. لأن قبل الاستثناء نفي. Because before استثناء there is نفي, there is negation.
لأن قبل الاستثناء نفي.
نعم.
Wait, what's the meaning?
Like,
I'm sorry.
You know, like a star, you say ونفي النفي إثبات. Negative is positive. This is the reason. The reason that we call this mufarragh is because before istithna there is nafi, there is a negation, and the rule in Arabic says nafi ithbat. It means there is no istithna.
قبل
لأن قبل الاستثناء نفي.
نفي. MashaAllah, we are closing down on what is mansub in Arabic. So we've finished al-maf'ul bihi, and we talked about inna and kana, and now we talked about al-hal, and this is al-istithna. Like, you know, a couple of more lessons, and we have finished what's majroor, which is al-jarra and al-mudaf ilayhi, and then we've talked about what is marfu', and then inshallah we are going to put it all together. So whatever noun you come across, you would be able to tell why should it have a fatha or a dhamma and a kasra, and you tell why as well. Inshallah.
These three sentences are all examples of al-istisna al-mufarragh.
أحسنت. They are all examples. هذه أمثلة للاستثناء المفرغ. Yeah. كيف نعرف? Because all of them start with ما.
And will that be a sign for
Yes.
al-istisna al-mufarragh?
نعم.
Oh, I see.
That's why I said, how do you know it's استثناء المفرغ? لأن قبل الاستثناء نفي. Because before استثناء there is a negation. Where is the negation? It's ما.
Could there be any other form of negation besides
Yeah,
ma?
it can be يعني you can use لا, but normally they use ما.
So it's either la or ma.
نعم.
Okay. I thought it's important too.
But you could have ma into and la into
Yes, instead of إلا. Yeah. جميل. الجملة الثالثة. الجملة الثالثة. ما مررت إلا
بحامد.
نعم. ماذا نضع على الدال؟
What does مررت mean?
مر يمر، which is مرارة، معناها to pass by. مرارة مر.
مر يمر.
مر يمر.
يمر.
نعم.
I did not pass by except Muhammad.
be Muhammad. بحامد.
حامد. بسبب الباء. أحسنتي.
B is حروف الجر.
حرف الجر. لأن الجملة
بحامد.
مررت بحامد. الجملة مررت بحامد.
The role of B is what here? Why do we need a B here?
لأن الفعل مرة, some verbs like in English you don't say you say like I passed by, so like in English you have to have by afterwards.
I
so
see.
في اللغة العربية الفعل مر بي. مثلا حين درسنا ذهب، هل أقول ذهبت المدرسة أم ذهبت إلى. فدائما الفعل ذهب معه حرف الجر إلى. الفعل مر معه حرف الجر بي.
So exit, or go to, or Yeah, okay. Otherwise, just go doesn't make any sense.
Yes, on its own, exactly. It can go mad, it can be go off, you know, it can be go to. Yeah. So نفس الشيء في اللغة العربية.
Go ape.
Go ape.
Yeah, Ustad, are you sure you're in England? You're not sitting in the mosque in Jamia Azhar in Qahira?
I wish wallahi.
Yeah, mashallah.
This is one of the most beautiful mosques that you can ever, like, you know, enter. Talking about the atmosphere and everything, you know, Al-Azhar, when it started as a jamia, this is just like, you know, in the middle. It's just a yard in the middle. The mosque inside is massive, and it's full of like beautiful pillars. Each pillar is assigned to a sheikh.
Oh,
So, alim fiqh, alim hadith, alim tafsir, alim, a scholar in each, even philosophy, anything that you can come across. He has his assigned pillar, and the student make a crescent around him in his pillar, and the whole mosque is like, you know, busy, because each sheikh is giving an ijaza in a specific book to his student in a specific branch of knowledge. Till now, it's still run. That's how it started as a university, like to teach everything, medicine, like, you know, philosophy, engineering. But you've got them, but these are not like, you know, like registered the classes. So you just get an ijaza from the sheikh in this book. But to get, like, you know, a degree, you have to go to the main campus when you register and you study like a full course.
I see. But I'm sure to get ijaza, you have to have some prerequisites. The sheikh has to accept you as a student.
Yes, the sheikh has to accept you as a student, because you will get a recommendation from another one whom you studied with before. So the sheikh would accept you. So it's a very traditional, very nice, like, you know, atmosphere. And
you're very, very traditional, I have to say.
yes,
I mean,
and
it doesn't happen
you
like
see
this.
the respect and the love in this mosque and with the ulama and the shuyukh, something you don't find here at schools. Yeah, so subhanallah, inshallah, one day, inshallah, we will go together on an educational trip, like a boarding trip.
Well, that would be so, so wonderful.
Yeah, when we go, we, like, everything is in Arabic. You study, you sit for lessons, you visit Al-Azhar, you visit all the Cairo, you go to the suburbs, you, like, you know,
Sukhul Khan al-Khalili.
Khan al-Khalili, everything is in Arabic, inshallah. One day we'll make it together, inshallah.
Inshallah. Inshallah.
Inshallah. So ما مررت إلا بحامد. So هل الاستثناء المفرغ الآن مفهوم؟
مفهوم.
مفهوم.
What's the meaning?
نعم.
مفهوم كيف؟ Ma, what I didn't pass except with Hamid, you know, next to Hamid. Or by Hamid, yeah. So I didn't pass except by Hamid.
نعم. So literally, I passed by Hamid because I didn't pass by anyone else.
Okay.
لذلك اسمه استثناء مفرغ. جميل. So now we know الاستثناء is منصوب, and we know why would we see some مستثنى that doesn't have علامة النصب, that doesn't have a فتحة, like محمد or حامد.
Could al-istisna al-mufarragh be in an amr scenario? I commanded all except.
I can say to someone يعني مثلا لا تقرأ إلا كتاب كذا، أو لا تمر, do not pass إلا بحامد. نفس الشيء, yes, because but it can be in an amr that is negated as well. I say do not do but this, so it means do this. You get what I'm saying? Yes.
Don't read that page except that page.
لا تقرأ الكتاب, do not read the book, إلا صفحة, except
Yes.
a page. So I'm saying do not read but a page.
Yeah.
So here, read that page. So yes, it can be in amr, but you will not find it that many. Most of it, استثناء المفرغ, it will come on the form that we have. ما رأيت ما جاء, الماضي غالبا, mostly الماضي.
يمر.
نعم.
يمر.
نكمل سورة الضحى.
نكمل.
ما معنى أكمل يكمل؟
Complete.
We complete.
To complete, أكمل كمال. So
أحسن.
أين توقفنا في سورة الضحى؟
Where did we stop?
We were at
يعطيك ربك فترضى. No way. ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى.
فآوى.
Yeah, Ustad, can I ask you a question before you begin?
طبعا اسأل.
My son tells me you said that it's not وَالضُّحَى but وَالضُّحِي.
I said like العرب يقرؤون يعني بعضهم some ألف مكسورة, they read it as an ألف والضحى, and some read it والضحى, and both readings are correct. That's why بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم, I'm going to send you a link in the chat now, and then you can listen to it afterwards, inshallah.
Okay. That's what?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. So بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Where is yeah? No. Come on. So I've sent you the link. You can listen to it afterwards. Surah Al-Duha. Yeah. More like the people in Al-Maghrib, in Morocco, and in Tunis, in Tunisia, they wouldn't read any alif maksura, like they would read it A instead of A.
all right.
So you can listen to it afterwards, inshallah, and then you will find a lot of things like, similar to it. It's called Warsh.
Warsh, yes, naam. Because I've heard Qari Abdul Basit and these mashhoor Qura read in Warsh as well.
Yes, so that's Sheikh, the one that I sent is to my favorite Sheikh, Sheikh Al-Husari.
Subhanallah.
Wait, Dr. Ayman, so I was actually saying that it's Wadduha should be majroor, like they're not Wadduhi, but it's supposed to be
Yes, it is supposed to be majroor. So the pronunciation of Ad-Duhi is not because of majroor or not. It's because of the shape of the alif. But it should be majroor, but we don't see the kasra because that's harfu illa. Ahsant.
That's all. Thank you.
Got it. Now I understand. Thanks.
All right. So I'm not sure if this chat remains afterwards. So if you just press on the link, so it opens in your browser, so you can watch it afterwards. So we did ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى.
نعم.
أحسن. ووجدك
ضالا فهدى.
ضالا. So ما إعراب وجد؟
مبني. فتحة.
مبني على الفتحة. جميل. أين الفاعل؟
well هو.
وجد.
Oh sorry وجد.
أحسنت. is هو.
وجد.
Yes, you're correct. is هو, but it's hidden.
Yeah.
Because when I say وجد or كتب, it means he did it.
ضمير
مستمر.
ضمير مستتر.
ضمير مستتر. Yes. مستتر.
ما إعراب الكاف؟ وجدك.
Found you. He found you.
He found you.
Not as in he found you, but he found you in a particular state.
Yes, exactly. That's what we say. ووجدك
عائل.
عائلا. جميل.
أعلم.
No,
ما
ضالا فهذا.
معنى عائل؟ So عائل على وزن فاعل. So ما الجذر؟
Wasn't it ووجدك ضالا first of all?
ووجدك ضالا. عفوا. ووجدك ضالا. ضال من الفعل ضل. ما معنى ضل؟
To be lost.
To be lost.
To be lost. So so ضل. So ضال اسم فاعل. ووجدك ضالا. So ضالا هنا مفعول به
الأول.
الثاني. Because
الأول would be ka.
is the كاف. أحسنت.
Oh yeah.
So when وجدك is فعل وفاعل ومفعول به. All three together.
ضال. So ضالا is فاعل.
ضالا. نعم. ضال is فاعل. يعني مثلا انظر. يعني مثلا أن أكتب
ضال.
كلمة ضال. So ضال. If you look at it, two lambs. So ضاد ألف. So that's a فا. And then the two lambs is the عين لام. فاعل ضال. So the شدة. 4 حروف. So that's a فاعل.
So why is there a mud on the alif?
Why is there a mud?
ضالا.
Okay. Any حرف علة is مد.
أي حرف.
Oh yes, because it makes it longer. Yes.
Yes, any حرف علة. So which means this alif has a فتحة before it on the ضاد, right? That makes الألف حرف علة. صحيح؟
صحيح.
So any حرف علة is مد, but it's called the مد طبيعي. Natural مد. Which is ضال. Why it's ضالا? Here is the rule. If any مد طبيعي, the normal مد that we have, followed by a شدة, then it becomes مد لازم.
So if a حرف العلة follows a shadda, or comes before a shadda, it becomes lazim.
It becomes لازم, which means it has to be 6 حركات.
6 حركات.
The same thing you have in Surah Al-Fatiha. Why they say وَلَا الضَّالِّينَ? Because after the alif, which is a مد طبيعي, you've got a shadda on the lam.
Will be yes.
What if you don't do 6 harakat?
No, that's in Qiraat you do 6 harakat, don't you?
Yeah, in qira'ah, in Quran, like, but in the rules of mad do not apply to just reading Arabic in general, aside from mad tabi'i. So here, because you have to read the alif, you say dal. But in reading Quran, you have to say dal.
What did you call that in Arabic?
Mad lazim. I'm going to write it.
Yeah, but are you done? I got Dalin.
No, ولا الضال. You have to. I've taught you that. That's okay.
Yeah, but 6. Yeah, but 6.
No, 6 قراءات no, not necessarily in the Quran, but
No, he said in Arabic,
Right.
in the Quran, it's Dalin.
No, not in قراءات. In when you read Quran, you have to make it 6.
Oh, so even during like salah, you're supposed to like
Yeah,
Yes, you're
absolutely.
supposed to. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was 5.
I guess I'm wrong.
No,
It's
مد
6.
لازم is 6 حركات. So مد طبيعي is a normal مد, which is حرف علة. مد لازم is when it's 6 حركات. إن شاء الله one day we'll have a session on تجويد.
Yes.
Inshallah.
In Jamia Azhar.
إن شاء الله.
حيث المد. Oh, بعد.
ميم تعال.
ووجدك ضالا فهدى. لماذا الفاء؟ ما اسم هذه الفاء؟
فاء is
for ترتيب.
No. Yes, tartib. Yes. It gives you
Yes,
from previously. That's the reason why.
Yes, so when he found you lost, he gave you. ما معنى هدى يهدي؟
To guide.
To
He
guide.
guided.
فهدى. الفعل هدى هنا ما نوع الفعل؟ ماضي أم مضارع أم أمر؟
ماضي.
ماضي. So هل هذا مبني على فتحة أم الكسرة أم ماذا؟
مبني على الفتح.
مبني على الفتحة. أين الفتحة؟
فهدى.
So that's the alif.
Oh, no, it's not on there because it's حرف العلة.
It's حرف علة. أحسنت. Because it's ألف, it's حرف علة. So the همزة, the فتحة will not appear on it. بعد ذلك ووجدك, which is the same, عائلا. ما معنى ما جذر عائل؟
فاعل.
So هي على وزن فاعل لكن ما الجذر؟ ما الجذر؟ What is the root؟
عين ألف. أو عين يا لام or عين يا لام or
عين ألف.
So it's originally it's عالة.
Oh, عالة.
Remember when we studied اسم الفاعل, if there is حرف علة, قال. ما الفاعل؟ قائل. صام صائم. So when I say عائل, I know it is عالة. لكن نحن اتفقنا أنه ليس هناك ألف في الجذر. صحيح؟
صحيح.
So الألف أصلها ياء أو واو. So هذه أصلها ياء. So it is يا لا. ما معنى عيلة؟
In need.
عيلة عالة يعيل معناها to be in need.
To be in need.
So عائل معناها in need.
So when you say سائل عائل, very similar.
Yes. عائل is فاعل, and that's why we have عائلة. ما معنى عائلة؟
لا.
عائلة would be somebody feminine.
عائلة is those in need of each other. So if I add a تاء مربوطة, it means a family, like أسرة.
Oh, nice.
So كلمة عائلة معناها a family.
عائلة means family.
Yes. أنا كتبتها هنا على السبورة. It's on the whiteboard. عائلة.
عائلة.
And عائلين would be family members.
Yeah, عائلين, yes, would be the yes, the ones who are.
Wouldn't it be عائلين mean families?
No, because عائلة is one family, so families would be what?
عائلات.
عائلين.
عائلات.
عائلات.
مؤنث.
تاء مربوطة. Yes, of course.
تاء مربوطة, so ألف وتاء.
Yeah. عائلة.
مسلمة مسلمات.
So this is جمع
مؤنث
مؤنث سالم.
سالم. أحسنت، جمع مؤنث سالم.
عائلا فأغنى.
فأغنى. غنى
Yes, المفروض به ثاني.
to be rich.
Oh,
So
غني.
أغنى
أغنى to make someone rich.
to make someone rich. أفعل. So عندي غنى غاء نون ياء، هذا هو الفعل for someone to be rich.
Oh, غني.
نعم، that's why we have غني. أحسنت. يا. So أغنى أفعل to make someone rich. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says ووجدك عائلا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala found you in need, so He made you rich, like He gave you, like He provided for you.
عائلا فأغنى.
نعم.
فأما اليتيم.
فأما اليتيم. ما معنى أما؟
So that's a question, and ma is ma.
That would be correct if a is separated from ma.
So if
but it's one word. أما معناها
ما either what? No?
as for. كما كتب دانيال.
where so means as.
أما means as for, as one word. أما.
It's not and then ma.
If it was لا, because there is no, it's not and ما.
One word أما.
أما يعني.
I could say أما هو صادق.
أحسنت. As for him, he is, yes.
And fa again follows from it, gives it ترتيب. فأما اليتيمة.
نعم. فأما اليتيمة. Here comes something that would again give us the beauty of having فتحة ضمة كسرة في اللغة العربية. Okay. أما is not, it's not a فعل or a noun, so it's just a tool, like a word, حرف. So the sentence is actually starting by the word اليتيم.
Yeah.
Okay, but نحن تعلمنا في اللغة العربية الاسم الذي يبدأ الجملة اسمه مبتدأ، صحيح؟
مبتدأ.
والمبتدأ مرفوع، صحيح؟
صحيح.
صحيح. So when I look at this and it's a منصوب, it means it's not مبتدأ. Right? Because if it was مبتدأ, it should have been اليتيم.
Yeah, that's true. Yes.
That's true. Okay. And I don't have inna before it, like inna Allah, to say that inna changed it from marfu' to mansub.
Yeah.
So I don't have something.
Amma does it.
No, amma doesn't affect anything. Amma doesn't have any effect on any word. So which means this word is not in its correct order.
So it's not the fail mubtada.
So what happens في اللغة العربية, I can bring a word forward or put it backward because I can retain the meaning through the حركات, through فتحة ضمة كسرة.
It's مفعول به.
It's مفعول به. أحسنتي. It's مفعول به. Someone would say, but how would I know it's مفعول به? First of all, I have the word.
Fatha.
Yes, with a fatha. So it's something that is mansub.
Yeah.
And in the sentence, I don't have any istithna or hal or anything that tells me that it's something else other than مفعول به. I look at the sentence and I say تقهر. تقهر هذا فعل صحيح؟
Yes.
صحيح.
So whenever I have a فعل, there would be a فاعل and the مفعول به.
Yeah.
So I have the whole sentence فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر. I look at the sentence, I have only one noun and a فعل. So if I have a فعل, what this noun would be?
You
when it
mean
has a
تقهر.
فتحة مفعول به.
Yeah, اليتيمة is مفعول به. Yes.
اليتيمة is مفعول به. The only thing that اليتيمة can be, it can be مفعول به.
Yeah.
So
In this
is
sentence, yes.
what we call, so في اللغة العربية نحن نقول هذا اسمه مفعول به. I'm going to write it for you. مقدم, brought forward. مقدم.
This is
مفعول
مفعول
به
مقدم.
مقدم. So the original order of the sentence, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying فلا تقهر اليتيم.
Oh, okay. What
Then do not
what does
oppress.
تأخر mean?
Yeah.
So كيف أقول باللغة العربية do not eat the apple?
Do not.
لا
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 تقتل.
لا تأكل
لا تأكل
تأكل
تفاحة.
تفاح
التفاحة.
التفاحة.
Because you are the one who is eating and التفاحة is مفعول به. لا تأكل التفاحة. ولكن you can say التفاحة لا تأكل. Of course, that's a very high form of using the language. Like, you know, like it's not, I mean, for you, it doesn't seem that, but it's a very high form. It's like, you know, saying the apple, do not eat. You know, when like they use like this in old English, they, you know, so في اللغة العربية, that, like, you know, that's a form of literature when you speak like this. التفاحة لا تأكل. Yeah, so I'm saying the apple, do not eat. Do not eat it. So this is what this verse is. اليتيم لا تقهر. So لا تقهر اليتيم.
What does تقهر mean?
ما معنى قهر؟
قهر. Oh, to hit.
Qahara means
قاهرة.
Qahara means, yeah, from Qahira comes from that word. Qahara means
قهر معناها to defeat.
So why is قاهرة called قاهرة?
Al-Qahira is called Al-Qahira because it defeated all those who tried to occupy it.
The Romans.
Yeah.
Wow. So قهرة means to defeat.
At the time of the Romans, the capital was Alexandria. Yeah.
Named after Alexander the Great.
Yes.
So
Iskandriya.
So قهرة means to defeat.
Yes. قهر. في اللغة العربية we have هزم. هزم معناه to defeat. But قهر is like, you know, you defeat, like, you know, you destroy the enemy.
Oh, okay. So
Not just defeat, yeah.
To annihilate.
So was it Qahara?
قهرة.
With the hair couple just Shadan.
And
Qahara means to defeat.
That's it, yeah.
To annihilate.
قهرة.
To annihilate, yeah. So you have one of the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Al-Qahhar.
That's true.
So Fa'al. So Al-Qahhar. And you have the name of the city, Al-Qahira. Fa'il. Qahir.
Yeah. So Hazama is to defeat normally.
Yes. But Qahara is like, you know, to annihilate, yeah.
Okay.
So فلا تقهر.
فلا تقهر. So don't So
So don't feel down, right? Don't get defeated.
don't defeat the orphan.
No,
Don't
don't
No,
defeat
oppress
the
the
orphan.
No, no.
It means
don't
do
defeat.
not oppress
عمل
them.
يتيمة find it.
Defeat.
Don't annihilate the orphan.
Don't annihilate
ماذا
anybody.
تقول الترجمة? What does the translation say?
It says oppress.
Yes, it will come with the meaning to oppress as well in that context. Yeah. لأن يعني قهر, when you defeat, like you know when you say someone is defeated, in the sense it's not defeated in a battlefield, it's just they're
Yeah.
oppressed.
Defeated by life or just
Yes, exactly. So like I would say, like do not bring misery to them, do not make them miserable, like defeated.
Okay.
Do not make them feel defeated.
the taqhar with the ta over there. That would be for why
For you,
Yeah, you defeat.
You don't oppress
then
them.
do not
you
Do not.
oppress them. مثل تكتب, تشرب.
لا تقهر
Normally when I
اليتيم.
give a command, it's to you. So when I say do not, like, so I say لا تقهر. If I say do not write, I say لا تكتب, لا تشرب.
yeah.
So لا فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر. Do not, because the command is for you, so you are the one who is not supposed
Do
to
not
do it.
defeat the orphans.
Yes, do not defeat the orphan.
No, mudari.
مضارع, it's a مضارع.
Mudari.
It's a مضارع, but it's following the form of أمر in the sense because of لا.
Yeah.
Do not defeat the orphans, meaning that don't
Like oppress them.
don't oppress them.
So it should be لا تقهر اليتيمة.
أحسنت. Not لا تقهروا. You've got a mistake here. لا تقهر. You
Oh,
remember
sorry. Yeah. أمر. Sorry. Yeah.
سكون. أحسنت.
لا,
جزم.
yeah, لا تقهر اليتيمة.
يا لا.
ولا تقهر اليتيم.
يتيمة.
أحسنت. لا تقهر اليتيمة.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Oh, is that the azan? Is that the azan I can hear?
Finishing with them.
الصلاة بيوتكم.
الصلاة في بيوتكم.
I know.
Is this صلوا في بيوتكم? So you pray.
You can say صلوا في بيوتكم. يا فعل أمر. صلوا, like اكتبوا. أو sometimes they say في رحالكم. يعني في بيوتكم نفس الشيء.
Dr. Ayman, Tarawih, and
That's novel.
would be cancelled in these circumstances, or is
Yes,
there
Tarawih would be cancelled, because anyway Tarawih, subhanallah, the sunnah of Tarawih is to be prayed at home anyway.
I see.
Okay, in Islam there is no jama'ah prayer except the fard.
Yeah.
Yes.
You see, like, we do not pray the sunnah of Dhuhr or Asr or Maghrib or Isha in jama'ah.
No.
Even though we'll be in the mosque together. And the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam never prayed Tarawih in jama'ah.
Yep.
Because it's a sunnah.
Mm.
So, but at the time of Sayyidina Umar ibn al-Khattab, he wanted to make people encourage each other. And
Yes.
it actually works. When Tarawih is in the masjid, people get active and do it. So
Yeah.
there is nothing that would say that would stop people from praying at home, because that's how originally it was anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even if the rules are a little bit relaxed at that time, people should avoid. I mean, I hope that everything goes back to normal, but from reading what is going on, it doesn't seem like we are going to have Ramadan in the masjid.
Yeah.
They're saying early June.
Yeah,
End of
so,
May at the earliest.
So
before you're out of lockdown.
people just pray at home what they can. That's why people have different opinions about Tarawih. Some must pray 8 rak'ahs, some must pray 20, some must pray, why is that? Because the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Tarawih is a night prayer for him. So some nights the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam would pray 8, some nights would pray 20. It like, you know, it depends on how active he is. So that's why there isn't like actually a specific amount of rak'ahs that a person can pray. You can pray 2 and then do shaf'a and watr, 4 and do shaf'a and watr, 8, whatever you want.
Yeah.
But Dr. Ayman, is it correct to say that if you are a follower of the Hanafi madhab, then you should just follow what that madhab teaches? For example, if the guidelines are do 8, then you can't just do 8 one day, 20 one day, and back to 12 one day, 10 one day. Is that
Yes, some of the ulama said it would be better for the people to follow a madhab, but if you can read enough, then you can just like, you know, follow different madhab at the same time.
Oh,
So if you can
allowed?
read more than 8, it makes no sense to not read 16, but 20 might be too much.
Yeah, no, you can read, because if you can read more than 8, you can read 10, you can read 12, you can read 14. It doesn't have to be it's for more than 8, you have to jump to 20. No, not necessarily at all. You know, I will tell you something that's very important. You know, one night the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam saw one of his wives, I think it was Sayyidah Safiya or something. She was like, you know, she was hanging to a rope in the room. She put it in the middle, so when she stands, when she is so tired and praying night prayer, she can hold into to this rope, so it helps her, like it's something that she can lean towards. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Prophet
Right.
Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked her to stop this, and he said to her in a famous hadith, the one of you should pray when they feel active.
Hmm.
It doesn't make sense if you are like, you know, so tired and you're just standing up, like, you know, so lost in the prayer, because this is not the whole idea of praying.
Yeah.
Like it's better before Allah to pray 2 rak'ahs, feeling very active, very involved in the prayer. Once you feel that you are no longer can concentrate that much, then that's it.
Hmm.
One rule I learned from one of my shuyukh, he said that when you learn anything about Islam that makes it harder for you, no, it has nothing to do with Islam.
Hmm.
Because the
Yep.
Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whenever in a situation and the companion would choose like a hard choice, he would say, do not do this. You've been sent to facilitate, not to make things harder. That's it. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, someone is traveling and they are fasting, and the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam say, no, break fast. Like if it's traveling, because if traveling is tiring, then there is no point in fasting. You're not being more righteous. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave you a license to do this. You're
Yeah.
traveling, you shorten the prayers. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us like these things. And in a hadith, the Prophet Muhammad said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would love you to take the licenses that He give you as much as to do the full prayer. So and like knowing this, the Prophet Muhammad never, look at that, never made a full prayer while he's traveling. What does this tell you? Even though he was active, he could pray the full prayer, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him a license, so why not taking it? So
Yeah.
inshallah, we will do our best during, like, you know, the coming days and during Ramadan, and we make a dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this go away as soon as possible.
Inshallah. Yeah.
Inshallah ta'ala. Inshallah ta'ala.
Inshallah ta'ala. Let's finish this. Yeah, I don't have any meeting afterwards. If you're up for it, let's just finish these 2 verses.
Okay, inshallah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So we said وجدك ضالا فهدى وجدك فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما السائل, because they are the same إعراب.
Yeah.
Yeah, السائل is the same like اليتيمة, مفعول به مقدم.
What does sa'ila mean?
So ما معنى سأل?
Sa'ala question?
Ask.
To ask.
Oh,
So
okay.
السائل is the one who asks. In Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala here is referring to someone who asks for money or for help.
So sa'ala is to ask.
To ask, yeah.
And sa'il is somebody who asks. So like
Yes.
Yeah.
Someone who is in need, so they ask for help or for money. وأما السائل فلا تنهر. ما معنى نهر؟
Someone who.
Nahara. So isn't as
Nahara.
نهر.
I think I've written
Say
it down.
no.
So. Say no.
نهر, it doesn't literally mean to say. نهر, it means to ask someone to stop doing something. That's nahara.
So to
Let's say to refuse. I would put it as to refuse. Because someone is asking you for something and you're saying no, you are declining them.
So to refuse or decline an
Yes.
action. Okay.
Nah.
So okay. فأما السائل فلا تنهر.
and it is the same thing. So لا تنهر and السائلة. So that's the فعل and السائلة المفعول به, but it's مقدم.
Yeah, مقدم.
And then you have another وأما.
Yeah.
And then you have the word بنعمتي. ما معنى نعمة?
Ni'mah is a gift.
Blessing.
Yeah, a gift or a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it says وأما بنعمتي. So الباء.
Ba. Harf jar.
As for
حرف جر.
as for
بنعمتي, with the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with the gift of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So باء حرف جر, نعمتي مجرور. لذلك we have a كسرة. وأما بنعمتي
ربك.
ربك. نعمة ربك. ما إعراب ربك؟
مفعول ثاني.
No, how come مفعول ثاني؟
مفعول به are always mansub.
مفعول به are always منصوب, so that's not مفعول
Oh
به.
yeah, sorry. ربي. أما بن. Oh, because of the same.
مضاف.
Oh, مضاف إليه.
مضاف إليه. أحسنت. نعمة ربك, the blessing of your Lord or your Lord's blessing, so مضاف إليه. لذلك it has a كسرة. نعمة ربك.
نعمتي. Oops.
Rabbi. And Rabbi, not Rabbu or Rabba.
Yes, because it's مضاف إليه. ربي. نعمة ربي.
Oh, yes.
حرف إيجار. and ربك is إضافة.
Yes. ذلك it's مجرور. فحدث. ما معنى حدث؟
حدث.
حدث يحدث معناها to tell. لذلك we have the word حديث. A telling of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu, like some, to tell something. حدث يحدث. That's why a narrator of a hadith or a alim of hadith you call muhaddith.
Is that with a ha or a ha?
It's with a ha. حدث. Ha dal. Ha dal tha. حدث with a shadda on the dal. حدث.
حدث.
So حدث المضارع يحدث الأمر حدث.
حدث.
لذلك you have a سكون because that's أمر مجزوم.
يحدث. يحدث.
نعم حدث يحدث. So it's a حدث.
حدث يحدث.
This is narrate.
Tell or yeah. So like so the blessings, tell others about the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
حدث is أمر.
أمر. نعم حدث. لذلك هذا السكون مبني على السكون. it has a سكون.
So حدث means to narrate.
حدث معناها to tell or to narrate. So يحدث أنا الأمر حدث.
So وأما بنعمة ربك. So tell them about my blessing.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. وأما بنعمة ربك.
ربك فحدث. All right. جزاكم الله خيرا.
جزاك الله خير.
وجزاكم مثل جزاكم الله خيرا. Inshallah, I'll see you next week. Inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you very much for taking the class.
جزاكم الله خيرا.
شكرا.